So hi internet, hi YouTube, this is Tadpool Milk, aka Nathan, aka Nate, but please don't ever call me Nathaniel. We're doing another Masochist challenge. So this is the self-inflicting rule set, or self-driven rule set. Yesterday was the Morsel Reform deck. It took me 4 runs to get it. I'm hoping we can succeed a little bit faster with this deck. The idea of this one is, I call it the Cleaning Crew. So the idea is only sweepers. The clans I'm going to pick are the Stygian Guard and the Awoken, mostly because that's the only way you're going to get sweeper units. There aren't a lot of them. There is the Tethys, which is why you have to pick the Stygian Guard. It's the only way to get a sweeper champion. And then there are the 2 sweep units in Awoken and 2 additional sweep units in the Stygian Guard. And just to avoid that, I'm doing a standard Stygian Guard build and just dumping sweepers into it. The extra challenge rule today is that I am only allowed 1 damage spell by the time that I get to Seraph. So again, only sweepers. We're doing Stygian Guard and Awoken, and then we can only have 1 damage spell by Seraph. And if I'm feeling really frosty, I'll even make that damage spell without holdover. So alright, let's give it a try. This is attempt number 1. We're gonna just stay. Rather than just doing a standard Covenant grind, I thought it would be fun to do these challenges as I work my way up to Covenant 25. And let's see how we start. Now we don't. Oh, I didn't switch to Awoken. Let me scrap the run. My bad. So yeah, we need Stygian Guard, Awoken. Okay. So we need to get rid of basically all of these cards by the time we get to the end. And let's see what we start with. I think the Infused Mallet is going to be really beneficial for us because the idea is that we don't want to rely on spells, we want to rely on sweep units. I guess the sweep units also have the AoE effect. The other thought is units cost -2. This might end up being really valuable for us because my goal, or the thought is, we probably are going to need a lot of sweeper units in order to do enough damage. If we're not relying on spells. Maybe Frostbite if we get the Frostbite Tethys combined with the Sweeper Tethys. And maybe Spikes from the Awoken side. But yeah, this is really tough. Both these are really good artifacts. I think just to help us out early on, I might go with the Infused Mallet, just to clear out some of the incidental units as we go through. Okay, perfect. We start with Sweep. And let's get into the first battle. Non-enemy units enter with spikes. Honestly, right now this is fine. Later on, actually this is a good time to get the spikes one, because later on this is going to be a killer on our run, because sweep units get hit by spikes by every unit in the line. And we'll keep Tethys on top. And start with some damage spells on getting... Oh, that helps. We might just want to take out the Forged Disciple here. Let me think if there's another play that makes sense right now. I think that's Yeah, I think that's going to be the best thing for us. We have another Crypt Builder coming up as well for the second one. And it's currently Spikes 3. So ideally we get a Train Steward. Problem is if we play Crypt Builder, we can't play a Train Steward. I think we need to do that just to keep ourselves safe. And then here we're going to do the other Train Steward, and I think we just get rid of him, and then we're guaranteed to get Crypt Builder on the next hand. So then we can take out this front unit, and we kill both the Foot Soldier and the Priest. And then we just need to, as quickly as we can... Okay, so I think we just put this 60 damage on him. Pushing him back isn't super useful. We can do a Restoration Detonation to take out, or to do extra damage. Let's get the Incant Stone out. We use Frozen Lance. And then this will do 30 damage. Did that not... was he already at 90? No, he took... We did 60 damage, and then he got healed 5. How much damage did that do? Strange. I mean, it's okay, we'll get through it, but I'm not 100% sure why he didn't take more damage there. I healed 3, so that would have done 30 damage, and he'd already taken 60 damage from the Crypt Builder. Restore 10 health to a friendly unit, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 5 times. Oh, 5 times, that's why. Okay. For some reason I thought it was 10 times. So then he would have taken 25 damage after healing 5 back. Or 15 damage. Okay, we're good. So we will take a little bit of higher health at the beginning. I don't know if that was quite worth it. I think we'll take the Frostbite. It's a spell we can keep until the end. And let's get Wildwood Tome. So Frostbite's a little bit gray area, but I'm going to allow it because I think it... First off, it's not a direct damage spell. It's a status effect. So from yeah, I mean, I'm doing it because I'll probably need to use Frostbite, but just to, yeah, my justification on why I can use Frostbite is because, again, it's a status effect. It's not a direct damage spell, so you couldn't upgrade it, for example, with magic damage. So I will allow Frostbite in the deck. And now the question is, I think we need to start upgrading units. And I'm really hoping that we got a sweep unit. Okay. We can already upgrade it with large stone. That's great. And then the question is, do we go for a... I don't think we need increased health and damage. Getting multi-strike would be really valuable right now. And this is, I mean, this is basically the perfect sweeper unit because it'll have Frostbite, and it already has a lot of health and damage. So then again, I think we want to wait, and I don't think we want to if we re-roll for it, we wouldn't have enough to get it. So instead, we can purge out. We can start purging out spells. Damage spells. Let's take out one Frozen Lance. And we can start the next battle. This one should be much easier because we have now a really big sweeper unit, and we can tank extra damage now. I think it's got like 50 health. 55 health. So we can stack both of the Tethys and the Cold Celia on the bottom floor. We can give her quick and do some extra damage. I think we want to keep the Frostbite for later. So let's do Train Steward on top, Train Steward in the middle. That will do... That should be enough damage to kill the front enemy unit. And then we just put some more damage onto this Forge Disciple. We can put a Guardian Stone here as well, because we are likely going to use spells. Let's put a different Train Steward in front. And I think we heal our... Oh! Okay. Let's click. But I think we're going to be fine here. Yeah, he's already dead. So we can even just use that to get it even lower. Okay. So this is going really well. We need to get Frostbite on our Tethys, I think. For sure we don't want the decreased damage. And we don't need more spell weakness because we're only going to have one damage spell in the deck. I don't think we want offerings. Well, actually, that's not necessarily true. We could take the offerings with the hope that we get the... Oh, Steel Enhancer. Steel Enhancer is quite good. And we got a second... Oh, yeah, I think we want another Cold Celia to stack more Frostbite. So, I mean, the random units are coming that we need. This is starting off really well. I think we want... So we could duplicate our already quite strong sweeper unit. But I think just getting more... see if we can get another sweep unit. We didn't get a sweep unit. So we can upgrade. We can upgrade with another large stone. So now we've got two big sweep units that are getting Frostbite on enemies. All 5 of them can fit on one row. And then we're going to need to purge a lot of cards. We still need to purge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Let me check the map. We have Unstable Portal, but I think we might want to go on this side. We have our Unstable Vortex, another Unstable Vortex, which I think we would take the right side here. Unstable Vortex on this side, so that's 2, 4, 6. So we would need to get rid of 2 additional through purging. So 175 of our coin need to be allocated to purging. So we'll do it like that. We could get the Concealed Caverns where you... No, we don't need any of this. Concealed Caverns where you get purged. Although, well, no, we don't have it yet. If we got the sap spell, then there could be some thought around using sap and then having our pyre take out the enemy units. But I think we're okay here. This, while we don't have... Are we okay with taking this much damage? We could just tank it with our Train Steward, but actually I want... Oh, that's right, we can't fit both of them on the same row. We put her on the first row. We chump block with a Train Steward to take the explosive damage. And then we put Tethys on the second row. So, like that. Tethys and Steel Enhancer. Then we put the second one on the second row. Like that. And we can't play either builder right now. Oh, that's right, we have to get rid of the crypt builders as well. So we need to get rid of even more cards. We can keep one of them. So that would be 1. And we need to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 units we have to get rid of. Or 7 cards we have to get rid of. Okay, let's put out the Guardian Stone on the bottom floor and just use the heal to reduce some damage. We are starting to do damage to Daedalus, so he will probably... I don't know if we'll get him before the final round, but at least we're starting to put some damage on him. And I think we want to do it like that. Likelihood of getting... Well, we'd rather do that than... We probably would rather have this than a Train Steward. Or we just get rid of our dead weight. We can put the Train Steward... We just use it to feint. I think we just throw him away. Instead, let's do some more damage to this guy down here and get some more armor. Now, what would be really nice is to get quick. We got it. This will reduce the damage on her. And we can put some restores, but I think let's do 1 restore here, and we can do another restore there. I think now is a good time to use the crystalline seeds. We can do offering plus crypt builder. We can do restoration. Do we even need to do restoration detonation? Not necessarily. Those guys are both dying. We can do this. We can get rid of the damage shield and then... Why are we taking 10 damage? Did we put... Oh, we put the quick on to this one. No, that was my mistake. For some reason I thought I put it on the bottom floor. We can do another restoration detonation. We can do another heal, and that kills the boss. So it's going rather well, but we are still relying quite a lot on our damage spells. So we need to start transitioning out of the damage spells. Getting a second Wildwood Tome. We're not going to get Channel Song. I don't think we're going to get enough units to take advantage of it. Spike of the Stygian, I think, is valuable to get Frostbite and Sap onto the bosses. So I think if we can get it to have... if we can get it frozen, permafrost, then we can save that for the boss and sap him to get a lot more hits on him before we die. We have the Husk Hermit, that's a sweep unit, we'll take it. And what do we want? Capacity could be nice. Well, I don't know if we're going to need capacity, because we can put Tethys with 1, we can put the Husk Hermit with another. Ember is a little bit of a problem for us right now. And having more Ember means we can get more sap out of our Spike of the Stygian. Draws, I mean, draw's always good. But I think I'm going to go with the Ember for the first, so we can play out more of our cards and get a bigger Stygian Spike off. So now the question is, I mean, I'd love to get the trinket and the coin, but I'm almost thinking we need to go this route just so that we can remove 2 additional cards. I'm a little bit nervous about not having enough coin, and I want to use my coin not to purge, but instead to improve our units and our spells. So then we can get rid of now 2 Train Stewards. And Merchant of Magic. Getting double stack on our Spike of the Stygian is really strong. And then we can minus the cost of Steel Enhancer. And ideally with the Steel Enhancer we get it on, I mean that was another one that we could have, Actually, I don't know if you can double stack enhance cards anymore. I think you can only enhance apply cards. But anyway, I think getting holdover on that will be quite strong, and hopefully we can get multi-strike on at least one of... Okay, we're gonna get the double spell weakness, but I'm really hoping that by the end we get Frostbite. Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor. I think that's too risky for us. I don't think we're ever going to be able to do 95 damage to one of the Crypt Guardians. Only if we can get a Crypt Builder on it at the same time that we're doing the sweeps. Because even with stacking Frostbite, well, maybe we could. We have two Crypt Builders, and getting the artifact would be really nice. I think we can go for it. We get 2 spell weakness. We'll kill off all the other enemies, and then we just need to get a Crypt Builder. This will do 18 with 2 spell weakness. That's not enough. Or a Restoration Detonation could be enough. It's 5 times the amount healed, up to 50. So it is possible. I think we can try it. The only units the only unit that can get up there is is the this guy. We can kill him. So if we put Cold Celia, Guardian Stone, Tethys, and a Steel Enhancer, then we should be able to clear him out on the next floor. We will get, hopefully, the second Cold Celia on the second floor, and then we can combine it with a Crypt Builder, is the idea. And we'll use this just to get some armor on all of our units. We got the second Cold Celia. We put her on the top. I mean, that's pretty greedy, but I think we might need that to combine with our other damage in order to take out some of these really big units. And then, does that kill him? 35 does not kill him. So instead, we will take out this guy here. And we can Restoration Detonation to get it down to 45. It's not quite enough to kill him. But we want to restore anyway. Let's put Quick on him. If we do the Frostbite, it'll apply 4 stacks. 7 stacks, that's not going to be enough. And I think we want to save it anyway. We can put the Husk Hermit on the same floor as our Cold Celia. And then let's just restore in order to get more armor. So now we can do a Crypt Builder to take out that unit. Do we want to put extra Frostbite just to ensure that it dies? We're getting back into our deck again. So we need a Crypt Builder or a Spike of the Stygian to reduce damage. So we have a chance of 3, 4 if you count Offering out of, I mean, quite a few. This puts him at 8. I don't think it's going to be enough Frostbite combined with our other damage. So instead, we can just play a bunch of spells onto this bottom floor. Now, getting Frostbite onto him early, no, it's not gonna make a difference. And we definitely don't want to do that. How much is that? That's doing 18. Okay, so let's do a restore. and hope that we get it on the next, either the Crypt Builder. Restoration Detonation is not going to do enough. We can put a Train Steward out. Let's increase his damage. And yeah. So we're going to take... how much damage are we going to take? We're going to take 4 hits. Because he'll add 3 more Frostbite. It's the... Actually, no. So then 3 hits. 18 damage. So we'll take 18 damage for our Pyre because we couldn't kill off this high health unit. It's 18 damage worth an artifact. I think that's worth an artifact, right? I would say that's worth it. 18 damage for an artifact. I mean, you might even, if you think about like the Concealed Caverns event where you get an artifact, I would say you would make that trade. If we use Sap and Frostbite, he dies. So this guy won't make it up to the top floor, meaning we are safe to, safe to finish the battle. So I think we're still doing pretty good. We're doing pretty well. What is the artifact? Silence? I mean, it's fine. We can't take any of these. We can't take additional units. We'd have to get rid of them later on. And Ice Storm is a damage spell, so we will skip. Bramble Lash is another damage. Oh, that reminds me. Restoration Detonations are also damage spells. I think getting the Invigorating Solution is good. So even more cards we have to purge. Let me do another count again. So we need to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards we have to get rid of until the end in order to meet the challenge. So we have to do more Unstable Vortex. We get rid of the Train Steward. We get rid of another Frozen Lance. Let's check out the Concealed Caverns. More capacity, or we definitely don't need more magic power. Getting +3 capacity on a random floor means we could really stack up one floor, but we really want it on the bottom floor. I think getting both Frostbite units onto the bottom floor and then having our what is it called? The other sweep unit, the Husk Hermit, blocking for our Tethys on the second floor would be a good setup. Do we have a Concealed Caverns with removal? Nope, we have another Merchant of Magic. We don't have one here, but we could take this side to get the Merchant of Steel, because we still need to upgrade our other sweep unit. And then we get another Merchant of Magic. Holdover. This is where it becomes a challenge, because we're going to need enough coin to start getting rid of. I think we're going to need to purge. What did we say? We needed a total of 8. How many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need to purge 6 additional units, or 6 additional cards. We can do 2 and 4, and we need to be able to pay for 2 more purge. We will get 400 coin. Basically that's it. We'll have to take the last challenge to get 400 coin in order to get the last 2 purges out, because that will be 225 more coin in order to purge out the last cards. What do we also want to have less? Maybe a restore. Oh, holdover. What am I thinking? Holdover we want on our Steel Enhancer. And do we want a big heal? I mean, the nice thing is that this gets it out of the deck, and then we can make another one of the heals free. It's a little bit tricky because when I'm doing these Masochist challenges, the big difficult part is making sure that we have enough ways to remove cards, because oftentimes the challenges include removing cards, and we have to take the coin. 15 armor should not be a big challenge for us. This guy sweeps, so we have to be a little bit cautious about our Tethys. We may need to put... I mean, one of them won't kill Tethys, and we can always heal after. And if we put the Guardian Stone, we can get armor on him. So we do a Cold Celia, we put Tethys on the second floor. Or do we do it like how we did it before? Because getting the spell weakness on him is quite important. And we can build up some armor to avoid some of the damage. Ah, but the Guardian Stone will die. Put it on the second floor for now. And we'll do 2 restores onto him just to keep his health a little bit higher. Okay, Crypt Builder takes it out. So we have to do... We'll have to wait on the Wildwood Tome, I think. Or do we not play... No, I think we need to get the Husk Hermit out. And then Crypt Builder. And more health and damage on our Cold Celia. Alright, second Cold Celia on the next floor. We have the other sweep. Let's get her up there to tank the damage. Put our... Actually, putting the Steel Enhancer on our Tethys also means that he doesn't die as easily. Yeah. We can do some incidental damage. No, that's not going to take him down low enough. And do we want Frostbite just to make sure that these 2 guys die? We should get a Crypt Builder. We have a... We'll draw 5. And if we get the Offering, 6. So I think there's a pretty good chance. Do we have any other damage spell coming? We have a Frozen Lance, so we can reduce it even more. But I'm hoping that we get the Crypt Builder on the next one. So let's use this. It's some insurance, and I don't think we're going to need it on the boss. Ideally, we can use the Stygian Spike on the boss instead. Alternatively, we use the Stygian Spike on him, and then he dies to our Pyre. We do something like this. Well, let's see if we get it first. Right? A 1 in 4. Didn't get it. We will take 12 damage. I think we have to take the 12 damage. We need to heal up this guy down here. Let's do, yeah, let's do it like that. Will this make a difference? Putting him down to 41? No, it's not going to reduce. It's not going to, yeah, reduce fire damage. So we'll do that. We can heal him. We can Steel Enhancer him, and then we can do a heal down here. Yeah. That will kill him. So then, offering Crypt Builder, we do Restoration Detonation. That kills him. We get the Invigorating Solution. We need to heal up. And we should get another Restoration Detonation, and I'm hoping also the Stygian, Spike of the Stygian for the boss. So 12 damage in order to get coin. I think that that is an okay trade. This guy's going to do a lot of damage to us. Oh, actually, if we use the Stygian Spike, we should be just fine. So we do Steel Enhancer, Restoration Detonation, and do we want more sap? I think we're okay. We don't need the Wildwood Tome right now. Let's use the sap and the Frostbite. That will put a lot of spell damage on him as well. So then if we get one of our what are they? Crypt Builders. We can do quite a lot of damage to. In fact, we can kill him. So good. Traded off 12 health for coin. I think that that's also an okay trade. Getting a second Spike of the Stygian, I think will help a lot. Alternatively, we can get more Frostbite and more sap as a standalone drain, but I think the Spike of the Stygian is going to be really good for us. Do we want any of these? I don't think spikes is really very helpful for us, especially 4 spikes. Focused Growth could be good to increase our draw and to do a large heal. So I think that's okay. We're going to be able to upgrade, is it this floor? No, it's the next floor where we can upgrade units. So we'll get rid of 2 more. And I think it's going to be 1 Frozen Lance, 1 Restoration Detonation. Do we want another holdover? Unfocused Growth. 1 cost. And then we always draw 2 extra cards every turn. That could be really good. Let's subtract the cost down to 1. Do we want more magic damage on our restore? We might as well. What we'd really like now is if we could remove Consume from our double-stacked Spike of the Stygian. Removing Consume... We're going to have 2 more chances. No, we're going to have 1 more chance to upgrade spells. And I... would we rather... I think I'd rather already remove the other Restoration Detonation or our Guardian Stone. Probably the Guardian Stone. Alright, on to Fell. So, yeah, we'll definitely need to save. I think we save the double stack. I mean, we can save both Stygian spikes, but I think the double stack absolutely we need to save. Or else we will struggle because she does multi-strike. We can play out everything, so we get Ultimate Penance out. Let's put out our Cold Celia. First one, we get our second one on the second floor, and put Tethys on the first floor. This is the nice thing. Basically, sweep counters a lot of what Fel tries to do, which is great for us. I think we want Wildwood Tome to quickly take out these bottom units. We don't need to play Crypt Builder right now. We can put the Husk on the second floor and Restoration Detonation to take out the statue. And then I'm really hoping that we can get Frostbite on Tethys. That would be the best setup. Let's use the Frostbite now to start taking extra, or start putting extra damage onto Fel. And we can just add some incidental damage onto this front unit and heal back a portion of the damage we're going to take on Clotcelia. It's going to take 30. With Invigorating Solution, the problem is going to be that we can't use Crypt Builder because of the statue. What do I think? He has 8 Frostbite now. He will have 11 after. So he'll take 30 damage. He'll take an extra 10 damage. I don't think we do that. So we're for sure going to play the Invigorating Solution. We can put a Restore. And I think we want Steel Enhancer on him just to do some extra damage. We can heal there. Heal there. And we will take 6, potentially more if we can't take out one of these Clipped Guardians with a Crypt Builder. But I think we have a pretty good chance of getting at least one Crypt Builder. It'd be really great if we got both of them, then we can guarantee the next 2 are going to die. We haven't got one so far, but let's do Steel Enhancer to start. We have the Offering, 2 out of 5 chance that we draw one of them. We did not draw either of them. So we will take an extra... Does that do enough damage? I don't think it does. This would. This kills one of them. And then we use the Ultimate Penance. So we're going to take 30. He'll take another 10 after that, right? He'll be at 41. I think we actually need to use this in order to get him low enough that he'll only do 1 tick on the pyre. And then we have another stacked floor, and we didn't get the draw because we needed to use. So we have to do this. Get the other Steel Enhancer. Heal up this guy. And we don't need the sap right now. 33, that puts him at 38. So, yeah. Taking another 6. We're not taking a lot of damage, but it is a little bit annoying that we can't get through these guys. Okay, this will help. So we do Ultimate Penance, we do Restoration Detonation, and then ideally we draw one of our Crypt Builders, but anything's going to be better than the Dead Weight, so that's fine. We can heal up, and we can increase his health and damage a little bit. And now we really just need, with Fel, we really need to get the Spike of the Stygian. We'll get the double stack one on the next turn. So we're going to be in good shape. Let's do Steel Enhancer, Focus Growth, Crypt Builder, and Restore. Okay. And I think Fel will die on the next floor. As long as we... yeah, if we use the sap, she'll die. Steel Enhancer. Because that will apply 8, and she loses 1 per turn. So we won't even take this extra 6 damage. Great. So it's going pretty well so far. It's actually closer than I thought, even with the sap. Deep Offering is pretty strong as a way to enable our discards. We definitely don't want Harness the Titan, and we can't do Ice and Pyre unless we get rid of another one of our units, or another one of our damage spells. And I don't think we can do that, so I think we'll skip here. Deep Offering is good, but I don't think we need that much draw. We have a lot of draw now because we play our Focus Growth every turn. And so I'd almost still rather get more Ember so that we can get a much bigger Stygian spike onto Seraph. Now here, I think we need to upgrade our units. We can get the Pyre health as well, and an artifact. Chance to apply spell weakness when they enter the train. I think we just do enemies get -1. It doesn't make a big difference, but on the multi-strikes like Seraph, it does. I mean, it adds up. I think we want extra damage on the husk, and then large stone on the husk. Please get Frostbite. We got Frostbite. Excellent. So I think we've got a really good setup going into the last 2 battles. We have Tethys with Sweep and Frostbite. We have 2 Cold Celias, both with Sweep and Frostbite. We have our Husk Hermit, Big Husk Hermit, who also has Sweep. So we'll do a lot of Frostbite damage between all of them. We do a lot of just raw damage between all of them. And it's all getting applied to all units. We will have 1 Crypt Builder left in our deck. We have Crystalline Seeds to do more Frostbite. We have 2 Spikes of the Stygian to do more Frostbite. And we can make one of our units quick. Most likely, we put that on the Husk Hermit or the bottom floor Cold Celia. So I think we're going to be in good shape. Let's get on to the next boss. We have to take the challenge, whatever it is. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take it with armor, because we need the coin in order to remove enough cards. And I think this is a challenge we can handle. So we do 1 Cold Celia, Tethys, the second Cold Celia, the Husk Hermit, and let me just see, with this he's going to have 10 Frostbite, 13 Frostbite, 16 Frostbite, well it'll go up to 15 here, and then we'll need to be able to play 1 spell on him. That we can do Restoration Detonation to take some health off of this gentleman. I think we can apply the Frostbite here already. That we can hopefully get rid of this Gilded Wing before it gets to the top, and then we'll heal up and add 1 regen. So we need to do Crypt Builder to take out this top unit. That doesn't really do much for us. That as well does not do very much for us. Getting quick on this will save us no damage. I think getting quick here, or getting quick on him. Maybe on Tethys, so that on the boss we get an extra 10 frostbite. And then we'll use focused growth on... We'll use it on the top unit for now. And let's hope we get back into our Crypt Builder. We actually have a pretty good chance of it. We have 2 of them, so as long as we can draw 1 of them, which we did, then we are fine here. Let's put more health and damage on our first Cold Celia. We can do a Restoration Detonation to take out the front unit. And we can focus growth and even restore to get some regen back. So this is good. We'll definitely draw the other Crypt Builder here. We can even do it with an offering. He will have by the end... That's going to be tough. I think we need to use the Frozen Lance on him. And I think we'd still want to improve the bottom unit. Let's see, what does this put him at? This puts him at 55, 59. So he'll die. So 59 will put him at 11 health, and he'll have more than enough frostbite. So we can keep putting more onto this bottom unit. We should focus growth. Let's focus growth the top one. And then double restore on the bottom. Cool. And this is a problem. We can't get to... We can use Stygian Spike on it. And we might have to do that if we don't want to take any damage. 1 Stygian Spike. Let's get now this on him, that it will take even more damage. We Frostbite here. We can Frostbite again. We can Crypt Builder and Frozen Lance the back line. Or we just Stygian Spike him 5. So it's -2 damage per. So this will save us quite a lot. And I think we need all of the stacks. But healing here is also really valuable to get more draw. This is a little bit tough. So we have to do this. Analysis applying down to 1. It does save us a lot of damage. And with the extra frostbite, he'll die even faster. I think we need to try that. Question is, do we Frozen Lance him with the hope that we get another Frozen Lance? Because Frozen Lance will put him down to 52. Another 6 would be 48 armor. Oh, sorry, 62. So 62 right now. Puts him down to... Yeah, we need to do this anyway so that he dies. 62 puts him down to 5 health, which is enough for 1, and then we do that. It's 1, okay, so now this is where it gets a little tricky. We want Steel Enhancer. Does it really make a difference here? I mean, we do a little bit more damage, but it's not going to make the difference of whether we die or not. We can play the Crypt Builder out of hand. What's the last card? Restoration Detonation. So I think we just play this on the boss to get some extra damage. We can do Focus Growth, and then stack 3 regen's not going to be enough to keep him alive. Yeah, I really should have used that here. Well, actually, he was already at full health. It wouldn't have made a difference. We can't heal an enemy unit. Okay. And then with 7 draw, I'm really hoping that we get the Spike of the Stygian, at least before the end. The double stack means that with 5 energy, it's going to do minus 10 damage. So it would save us a lot of health, even if... and he should get a lot of Frostbite stacks between all these units. Let's just stack regen now onto our Cold Celia, and we can use this just to use it. So we only took 2 hits, which is not bad. We really need to get... I'm really hoping that we get the... Did not get it. Let's use 1 Crypt Builder, a 2nd Crypt Builder. We can put more damage onto the back line. We use Focus Growth just to get more draw, and 1 extra regen. It's not going to make a huge difference here, but I think we're going to be fine. He might even have enough Frostbite stacks that he just outright dies here. He doesn't, but we can just use a Frozen Lance, because that doesn't do enough either. This will... Let me think. I mean, in the end, then he's only doing 7 damage. Oh, 10 Frostbite, so he will do 9 damage to our Pyre. So we are going to make it to the end. The question is, can we defeat Seraph with this deck as is? Apply Frozen to a card in your hand. That would be really good with our 2 Stygian spikes, or spikes of the Stygian, so that we can get both of them on the boss, and we're not drawing them when we don't need them. I think that that's really valuable. Getting another Entome or an Ensnare, Engraft. If we can make Engraft 0 cost, which, let me look, is there any other cards we want to be 0 cost? No, I don't think so. So if we make this 0 cost, that will just make our Stygian spikes that much better if we can play them. Getting a 2nd quick, it's pretty negligible. The Ensnare is pretty good to root the high health units. Maybe we take the Ensnare. Giving it holdover as well. It replaces itself every turn. Alright, so let's start with removal. We get rid of 1 of our Crypt Builders, we get rid of our Restoration Detonation, our 2nd Crypt Builder, and then we have to get rid of the other Frozen Lance. Upgrade a card to remove Consume. Removing Consume on the double stacked Spike of the Stygian is incredibly strong. We want to lower the cost of what? Okay, we're for sure gonna do this. Then we can just play it on Seraph throughout, stacking sap and stacking frostbite in every turn. Do we make the crypt builder 2 cost so that we can play it out of hand if we don't get the offering? Or do we reduce the cost of our other restores so that we can always play them? I think crypt builder. And let's see what artifacts we get. At the end of turn, frozen cards are reduced to 0. Friendly units gain +3 health. I don't think is really that valuable. We do a lot of consumes, and we can use that to do burst damage. Yeah, I think that makes sense. The frozen cards we're gonna be freezing the spikes of the Stygian, and those don't get cost reduction. And then finally we will re-roll and get another double stack on our other spike of the Stygian. Yes. I think we'll be fine. I think we're gonna be fine. Let me just double check that we met all of the requirements. So, the requirements were only sweep units. Let's check. Sweep, sweep, sweep. And sweep. So we have no other units without sweep. And no damage spells except for 1. We kept Crypt Builder, and we removed all others. And as I said, I justified the Crystalline Seeds, Frostbite, and the Spikes of the Stygian because Frostbite is not a damage, it is a status effect. So we're good. Let's go for Seraph. First spell, each card gets consume. We have a lot of consume cards anyway, and that should actually affect our Trader's Quill, which isn't horrible. Okay, so we want Cold Celia on the bottom, we want Tethys on the bottom, and we can already start stacking Frostbite. And save 1 HP. To get rid of the 2 Vengeful Shards. We don't want to apply Frozen to any of these. I would rather not take 11 damage. We will prevent quite a bit of damage by putting the Wildwood Tome on that unit and also do some damage. And we can put some more damage onto Seraph. Got our other Cold Celia. We use this to lower it enough that he'll die. Cold Celia. And we want to restore. We want a big restore here. Do I want to use it now or save it for later? That's tough. I think we want to... $12 gets us back quite a lot. We can get 2 here. I don't think we want to play this right now. I mean, if anything, we'd want to play it on this floor, which doesn't really make sense. And I don't want to freeze it necessarily. I think we save it for later. that we can get the consume trigger, and it can be a card we consume in lieu of a more valuable card. This is going to be a tough row. We have our Spike of the Stygian. What do we want to consume? We will be able to offering Crypt Builder, which will kill off one of these two. We need to decide which one is more important. I'm almost leaning on this one, and we just take 9 damage. I want to play the Spike of the Stygian onto Seraph now and use it as our consume. So let's get rid of... do we even care about taking 1 extra damage? I don't think so. As opposed to getting an extra turn of sap, which I think is much more valuable. So let's do it like that. Alternatively, we can do this and then preserve it. No, then it would consume it. So let's use the consume one now. That gives us 10 turns of sap, kills that front unit. Now playing offering on this floor could be really beneficial. And then we can ensnare the other one. And we can put Steel Enhancer to restore some of the health there. But I think we need to kill at least one of these units. So I think we do it like this. We get the Crypt Builder out, save ourselves some health. We can use Permafrost onto the... I know this may seem strange, but well, I think we need to use it on the focused growth so that we can heal this guy on the next turn. And I'm going to lock down one of these two. Like that. Okay. We really need to get him healed up, or he will die. Everything else seems fine. We can now use the consume. We can use focus growth. Did I consume the wrong one? I might have consumed the wrong one there. This means he dies as well. And I think at this point it's worth it to get, well, better would be this guy actually. So let's do it like that. Get rid of both vengeful shards and add more damage. I think I'm now going to get rid of the root. And we will root one of them a second time. No. We're going to root here to reduce damage. And ensure that one of them just dies from extra frost damage. I think we can take an additional 9 damage to the pyre. Actually, we can play Crypt Builder. So we could kill... that one's rooted. We could kill this guy. I think we do that. We take 2 damage instead of 9 damage. I definitely think that's a worth trade. Heal him back up. Give him Steel Enhancer. And now I think we restore here, and we can actually get rid of one of them. So we are stacking a lot of... how much sap does he have left now? Because he got quite a lot. Or how much... yeah. He still has 7 sap. So we for sure want to play out the Spike of the Stygian And what do we want to get rid of now? I think we can... I think we want to keep Steel Enhancer. Let's get rid of the Restore. Or Permafrost. We can do it like that. He's only taking 9 damage. He's taking a lot more. And then we add more Frostbite and Sap onto Seraph. Exchange that for, let's see, Heal Die, that's 9 damage. I think we just need to accept that. Here, we need to enhance. And I think we keep the Offering just so there's a chance we can use it with our what is it called? Crypt Builder. Alright, we're on Final Wave. That means this one dies. So it saves us 9 damage. Let's Offering Token. We have a 1 in 3 to get the Crypt Builder. Where do we want it? We want it on the bottom floor. We did not get it, but we can get rid of one of the Vengeful Shards. We can put more Sap onto Seraph. So let's do Steel Enhancer, Focus Growth, and he's dead. Okay. So, this was the Cleaning Crew Challenge, and we managed to get through on our first attempt. Cool. Little delay there. Great. So we ended up with a pretty solid set of units and spells. Looking through. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how that went. That was, I would say, an easier challenge than the Morsel Reform challenge that I did yesterday.